As a point of personal privilege, Mr. Chairman, I served as ranking member on the Government Operations and Federal Workforce Subcommittee in the previous Congress. And thanks to a very healthy working relationship with Subcommittee Chairman, the distinguished gentleman from Texas, Mr. Sessions, we were together able to repeatedly go after the bad guys, the swindlers, the fraudsters, and the crooks, and in the process analyze many of the underlying causes for improper payments in federal government programs that were draining American citizens of hundreds of millions of dollars and depriving many of our poor citizens from some of the basic things they need because oftentimes the money had been taken out, swindled, and stolen. Likewise, we were able to address backlogs and delays at federal agencies, including within the Department of Defense, and we've had a healthy working relationship with a number of inspector generals who were part and parcel of the work of that committee and very much responsible for not only finding the bad guys, but also moving toward conviction of many of them. So forgive me if I find it not genuine to pretend that the pursuit of government efficiency is new. We've been doing that, and we've been doing it year after year. Likewise, forgive me if I find it not genuine also to divest the Subcommittee on Government Operations and Federal Workforce of all of its jurisdictional rights. And when I say all, I mean some of the most important ones, particularly the oversight of federal employees. Mr. Chairman and Ranking Member, I believe each one of us know that on both sides of the aisle, in our heart of hearts, American campaigns and American elections are in peril because of money. I would offer also that our government is in peril but because of money, but money going the wrong way, from where it's supposed to go to people who have devised all sorts of schemes to get around that and who are making fortunes off of money intended to help the American public. So I just believe that this situation we have really calls for the merger of these committees, not the separation of them. And as I said before, not the growth from 5 until 7. So I would urge members of the committee to consider that, consider the work that we've been doing in that subcommittee, to consider the fact that these two committees should have joint oversight and be combined. And I would urge its passage and yield back without objection, Mr. Chair, to you and to the ranking member for any additional or concluding remarks.
Thank you. Gentleman yields back. I'll recognize myself for 5 minutes. And I agree with what you said, Mr. Mfume, the great work that Chairman Sessions and you did on the Government Ops Committee. There's not two finer members of this committee than you two. We're going to be very busy this Congress. And I think that the difference in this Congress and last Congress is that I hope we have an administration that's more forthcoming, that is more transparent, that is more willing to provide us documents, receipts, and any type of information we need to do our job to make government more efficient. And if that's the case, we're going to be using a lot of subcommittees to do a lot of work. We believe that if you look at the current level of bureaucracy, the current level of spending, the current level of the lack of efficiency from what we're going to be talking about tomorrow in our hearing, government employees not coming to work. I think that we've got a lot of work to do. The Government Operations Subcommittee will still be the top subcommittee on this committee, but we're going to have 2 additional subcommittees as well because we believe there's going to be a huge portfolio of oversight for us to conduct this session, and we want to have as many members of this committee participating and working to try to achieve our goal of making government more efficient. And you mentioned something that I think this committee did a great work, Chairman Sessions and your work, improper payments. We want to really focus on that, and hopefully we can come up with some solutions and get some clawbacks on these improper payments. So I am confident the Government Operations Subcommittee is going to be busier than ever with Chairman Sessions, and we'll have 2 additional subcommittees that will have a full platter as well. With that, I'll conclude my remarks. Chair recognizes Ranking Member.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I enthusiastically support